I'm here with Mahesh on the IBM booth at Distributech. Mahesh, you had some announcements today on vegetation management. What are you guys up to?
We have a very exciting announcement today. One of the big challenges when you're talking to utilities was around something called vegetation management.
Yep.
What does that mean, right? If you look at a utility line, they normally has some kind of trees or some kind of vegetation next to the trees. In a normal scenario, what happens is at some point in time as trees grow, given the type of trees, at some point in time, if they're not managed well, they tend to intercept the line.
Okay.
Which leads to a lot of outage-related issues. One of the most common ones that people tend to look at is wildfires, which you hear about a lot.
Unfortunately,
nowadays. But to manage this from traditionally how it is managed today is a very manual process, on how you go about investigating what is the state of vegetation and how you manage it.
It often involves somebody walking along the line?
It literally involves someone walking around the line or driving along the line. This is a very laborious process. One of the things that we're trying to do is to bring this process into 2019, right? So wherein we have got good analytical approaches based on AI and based on a technology that we call pairs geoscope, wherein we're able to use satellite images and visual analytics to recognize the status of vegetation for utilities across their entire service area.
And I've seen that the data can come from, as you say, satellite. It can come from drones.
Yep.
Whatever, right?
It can come. One of the things that we have seen is to solve the vegetation problem. It is not a one problem that we're trying to solve. We have to actually look at it from a system standpoint, right? So we have to look at data that's coming from the drones, the data that you're already coming from a LiDAR standpoint. We also need to look at data that's already available from public sources. So if you look at something like the satellite images that the government publishes, then you look at the weather forecasts that come from our weather company, that's temperature, weather, precipitation, soil, and all of these things. What we try to do is we try to combine all of these different data sets in a way that you can actually do queries across the data set.
Okay.
And this solution is something we call the pairs geoscope.
And that's the solution name.
And that's the solution name. And we use pairs geoscope as the engine for our vegetation management solution. So combining pairs with our industry expertise, we built out a solution working with Encore, which was a lead utility and a partner, to build a solution to solve this big challenge. And I hope we are able to work with more utilities as we go about scaling this over the year.
And under the covers, where does all the capabilities of IBM's cognitive analysis and Watson, where does all this fit in?
So if you look at what's behind pairs, right? Pairs has underlying technology. The underlying technology is a hybrid cloud.
Yep.
We have an AI in a big way. And then we have IBM Research, right? IBM Research is a fundamental element because these are the guys who look at problems from a systems perspective and try to build new algorithms to solve stuff. So Pairs was built with AI, with hybrid cloud, working with IBM Research.
Wow, okay. And so launched this morning and you already had a utility you guys developed it with, so...
Yeah, so it was we are very thankful for Encore as a partner because they were very key in how we went about to verify the solution. We are looking forward to working with them to evolve the solution into more use cases.
Well, it's fascinating to see some of the leading edge technologies just being applied into what everyone would say, well, managing vegetation is a key thing, right?
And one of the things that we as IBM are trying to do is a lot of the time the discussions about AI or IoT or about blockchain, one of the things we are trying to do is we do applied AI, right? If I could use that word, if that exists. We're using applied AI, applied IoT. We're actually trying to build the technology to actually solve a real-world use case and add value.
As opposed to technology for technology's sake.
So vegetation management is a good example where you're bringing AI, we are bringing our work that we're doing for the weather company, we're building a lot of technologies we've developed with IBM Research and our industry expertise to come together to solve industry problems.
Well, what I found fascinating with the whole thing was, there are many companies out there taking drones and LiDAR scans and they get a static picture of what the trees look like. But applying the analytics behind it to say when this weather event goes through, what it'll do to the vegetation and
Exactly.
what will move or blow or whatever.
Yeah.
And the ability that, well, if it's blowing at this speed and this will happen, and the possibilities are endless.
Exactly. And the thing is, we also need to do it in a way it's cost effective. Because if you look at flying a drone or a fixed wing aircraft across service territory, these are expensive things, right? And these are not things you can do on a day-to-day basis. But if you look at things like technology, on the other hand, if you look at technologies such as satellite images, a lot of that are publicly available, right? And these things refresh on a weekly basis, a monthly basis, half-yearly basis. So you can actually harness all of that and actually build a solution so that you can optimize where you need to do a LiDAR flyout or a drone flyby, right?
Yeah, you might need there's the black spot or whatever, you want to see that spot.
So you can actually do some kind of optimization to see how the entire solution cost comes down, right? And that is our approach. This solution, what it does is actually helps you optimize your entire vegetation management process in such a way that you know where to apply what.
Hey, I wish you well.
Oh, thank you very much, Kevin.
Thank you very much.
Good talking to you. Thank you.